now when we all comment forward.
I'm not a gay man right now.
I'm not a gay man right now. Tonight, I'm not a gay man. I ain't gonna wrestle no man. No man gonna touch me today.
Oh, we might wrestle.
We might wrestle.
We might wrestle.
Dude.
I like the whole experience.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be mentally focused, centered. You gotta have, control on what's going on in your head. And that means having a fresh zen. You ever want to do a test and be like, oh man, I'm gonna fail? Throw on a fresh zen.
So funny. Are we pre-recording?
We are rolling.
You've been
My
dealing-
biggest complaint about the pilot episode, because I went back and watched it, has nothing to do with you or Tori. It's just how fucking fat I look from that camera angle. Like, there's the thumbnail, and I was like, God damn it.
My girlfriend was like,
Oh, even your girlfriend was like, that's not a good.
she heard me editing it, and she wanted to come and look, and she's like, that's a horrible angle for them. You asshole, that's a horrible angle for them.
Dude, I look pregnant. I lift my
suck.
tummy up. It's like you could see like the compacted six pack pressing
just-
against the baby inside my body.
I'm melting into the couch.
And I was sweating profusely. I kept fucking wiping sweat. I kept cutting you off too, but you said I was okay. I don't know.
Oh, you're
That's
going
why-
for it. Go for it, dude.
That's why we practice. We getting better.
The fat guy sweats when you talk too much, though. That's a sign.
Yeah.
And that happens to me, too.
I get sweaty sometimes on stage when I'm yelling and hollering, hooting and hollering.
Drake called me out last week when you're over here and we're eating pulled pork sandwiches, and she's like, you're fucking sweating. I'm eating a sandwich. I'm like, fuck. So my wife is calling me out.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's horrible. I need
Yeah,
to do more cardio.
I try to do cardio. I try to do cardio.
Do you
what
remember?
If, what if cardio involved you like eating snacks at the same time?
Yeah, I was just about to,
To like prepare yourself.
do you remember the MTV show True Life?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, there was an era, like in the early 2000s. Like,
Kobayashi.
dude, people complain about MTV, how it became like less about music, and like I get that, but the early 2000s MTV, where it was like True Life, Real World, and then eventually
Bully
evolved into
Beatdown.
Room Raiders and Next and
Remember
stuff.
Bully
like
Beatdown?
Bully Beatdown with Mayhem Miller, who I've met I've met that guy several times.
Really?
I used to live pretty close to him.
No shit.
Yeah, I saw him I've seen him in many stages of Mayhem Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot. He's very cool,
Seems
but
like
he's
a cool
also
guy.
he's fucking crazy too.
Great concept for a show too.
He's wild. He's a wild dude.
He's a wild boy.
But True Life, there was an episode years ago, and it was like, True Life, I'm a competitive eater.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
And as a young, aspiring fat kid, I was like, oh, Kobayashi's in that episode.
And you know what Kobayashi stands for? Tsunami.
Dude,
He was a
Kobayashi goes.
motherfucker tsunami, dude.
But he almost like, it's not cheating because like he was born that way, but remember he talks about how
His stomach was lower than most people,
it,
so he
like
was able to
expands
like
more.
Yeah, he was able to like compact more food as he would legitimately like he's the guy. He opened up the door to Chestnut, because there was
Yeah.
like training involved.
Yeah.
He would like eat heavily. He had like a process. Like he'd eat salad, so he'd push it all down, and then he'd have like fucking rice, or he'd hit up like any sort of like food competition around town.
And just he's always getting one in. It's like a comic, dude.
Yeah.
He was always like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you got a spot for me? I'll go in and I'll fucking crush a mountain of noodles." Was
Yeah.
one of them. Remember
And-
they bring out a 3-foot high mountain of noodles.
It was a mountain of noodles, and then he had the fucking. It was like a spicy snow cone.
Yeah.
Out of this giant bowl that sumo wrestlers would eat. God, what's it called? Dunko? I don't know. I'm still obsessed with sumo wrestling too. I know.
It's just beef tallow. Like in
Yeah,
a
they
cube.
call it something where they mix all the food and all that shit in it. But he would literally back to the Kobe dog. That dude would train. He would like lift weights.
Yeah.
And
he was
like,
in shape.
Yeah, he was in
He
shape.
was in shape, and that's one thing you notice too when you like check out like the best of the best of competitive eating.
Mm-hmm.
They're relatively lower BMI guys.
Yeah.
Like Joey Chestnut's not like, I wouldn't see that guy on the street and be like, that's a fat guy.
No.
Kobayashi, not a fat guy.
No.
That's about the extent of my knowledge of
He actually
competitive
wasn't
eaters.
even like skinny fat. He was like He was fit.
Oh, Kobayashi had like a 6-pack and
He was
shit.
a fit man.
Yeah, he was a very fit man. And that also made me realize that, like, damn, even at the highest levels of like a gluttonous thing like competitive eating, like fat guys still suck. Like the fat guys never win those
There's
things.
one dude that I used to follow on YouTube. I forget his name.
Shoe nice?
Shoe Nice would eat like fucking deodorant.
Well, he'd chug like a bottle of alcohol too. I had a buddy
Yeah.
who loved Shoe Nice.
At a certain point I liked it, and then you kind of saw how things started to fall apart. You're like, ooh, this isn't good.
Isn't Shoe
This
Nice?
isn't fun anymore.
No. He really went through the pits of hell.
It's very sad.
Is Shoe Nice alive?
Yeah, I think so.
He's still out there. This is a
I most certainly hope so that he's still alive. I mean, he kind of got, I think, kind of brought down by his own behavior, and then bigger podcasts would like
Shoe
kind of
Nice.
shit on it, you know, and like troll him, and he would like troll him back with like H3. Remember
No, you
that whole
can't-
thing?
you
When I
can't.
used to watch H3. when
You
I
can't
was
give a
hella
fuck.
gay.
You can't give a fuck what the haters have to say, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Reading
that's
the
a
reading the
skill.
comments.
That's a skill.
Imagine being a guy who lives out of motels and like your main source of income is chugging bottles of Jack Daniels online, and like you read the comments and get fed up.
Come on, guys, need a couple rolls. I got a couple days left this weekly stay.
What I'm doing is art.
Yeah.
Come
This
on.
is fucking art.
What?
Shoe Nice
still
is
alive?
still out there.
Got a fat. Yeah, it's good to have you here because I don't want to check that, but it's good to know that he's alive, and that I don't have to like pull up my phone and.
Where is
check
he now? Like, what's the over under on like he has like a statutory rape charge?
I'm sure he has a couple.
He just seems like that guy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you're living in a motel, you chug a bottle of Jack, and you're like hitting on 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Remember Don Vito from Viva La
Do you
Bam?
remember Don Vito?
Remember he
Yes.
got busted for that too?
Yes, he did.
He's groping teenage boobies, dude.
Grew up in teenage boobies.
You can't do that.
You cannot do that. Yeah.
This country is not as free as they make it seem. He is dead. That guy's dead.
Yeah, Don Vito's dead. CKY too. I was on a little bit of a Reddit run on. Remember CKY?
I never got super into CKY. I came in like when Jackass was on MTV, the show pre-movie, and it was a show like I wasn't supposed to watch, so I'd stay up
Yeah.
late at night, and like it was either like I'd try and watch Girls Gone Wild commercials on Comedy Central late at night, or I'd try to catch Jackass, but never got into CKY.
CKY was like its own version almost. It was almost like before Jackass, or maybe at the same time. I don't know. It was before, yeah.
That's how Bam and his crew got on Jackass.
Yeah, but there was this guy. I forget his name. Brandon something. Dicamillo, yeah. But he had this like Chinese rap. It's so fucking funny.
The type of Chinese rap
You
that
whipped into a tree. Ho wow, cho chi chi.
It's fucking good, dude.
that
It's
gets
really
Shane Gillis fired from SNL.
yeah.
Like that type
I'm sure Shane Gillis knows about CKY. Those are
Pennsylvanian boys.
Oh, that's true too.
yeah. But CKY and fucking God. You were talking about True Life though. There was a bunch of fucking crazy people like True Life. I eat toilet paper, or like I
Yeah.
have a strange addiction.
Yeah, it was pre like My Strange Addiction. Before that was True Life, and
Yeah.
it would be like I love the smell of gasoline, and I huff gasoline all day, and I have a white collar corporate job, and I just get by huffing the gasoline. And they'd have flasks full of it, and just,
I couldn't do it. I got a Sharpie. I'll bust around a Sharpie sometimes and fucking
I was
sniff
never
it.
never a big huffer. Like you ever seen the old like in I think they do it in Dazed and Confused when they hand out the freshly printed tests and they all sniff it. Like I've tried it. I've never. Maybe ink is different since the 70s, but
Yeah, that ink has lead in it.
yeah, I've never got high huffing anything.
Mommy, I can't see out the right side of my eye.
I'm not a big huffer. I'll huff food. You ever huff food?
I mean, are whippets technically huffing?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would
So you've
count.
huffed.
Yeah, I've huffed. Yeah,
huffed.
Well, it's far. But never like. Now that it's so crazy because like I literally like for like genuine reasons had to buy keyboard cleaner from a Walmart.
Yeah.
And they have a little like they have a prompt when you're at the cash register, and the person like I didn't it was fucking crazy. The person's like, required to let you know that like there's like bitter materials or some shit, bitter aromas are put into this, so that like if you try to huff it, you're like, ah,
It's gonna burn.
yeah, like they fucked up like. But then you could still just go get the whipped cream shit. Like, why wouldn't you
Yeah.
just do that? You
Yeah.
idiot. You idiot.
Yeah, there's one. I go to this. There's a smoke shop down the street from my place. They got everything you need, you know. And one of those being a group full of teenagers who need to do whippets, you know.
I have an old moment. I was at a smoke shop recently to get a vape, and I saw on the door, it's like sell what's that shit called? Starts with a K. No, not ketamine. Kratom.
Yeah.
What is that?
Kratom is like I have no idea honestly. I hear it's like a muscle relaxer, possibly. Like it's
But it
almost
seems
like
it seems real fishy, because all smoke shops, like all those Persian smoke shops, like they get the shit before it becomes illegal. So like
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's illegal yet, but like remember 10, 15 years ago, you get salvia from like a smoke shop.
Oh, dude.
You would get like synthetic marijuana from a smoke shop.
K2.
Is that what? Yeah,
Yeah.
like and like salvia is so gnarly
It's so crazy.
that you could just buy it at a smoke shop, drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Because all the bars back home in Orange County had a smoke shop right next door that would stay up until 2. So like drunk people would walk in and buy salvia.
I think I did salvia once, and that was it wasn't fun. It was just no fun. Like you see, like it was almost like peer pressure. Peer pressure got to me. Like
I'd never
everybody's
done
doing it.
I was a pussy
And
dude.
I was like, oh yeah, I pushed it off as far as I could, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I have to do this
I
now.
watched
Want to be cool.
2 buddies did it, so I was like, I was a little pussy about it, and I'm like, I'll be the babysitter. And
Yeah.
we went to like this park because we're like 18 years old. They got it at a smoke shop, and then we go to this park near my neighborhood, and they both take turns doing it, and I just watched them both like be like, "Ah," like just go
Yeah.
retarded for 30
Yeah,
seconds.
you can't move. You lose your fucking.
And I was like, that doesn't look fun, dude.
No, it's
like,
not
it doesn't
fun.
look fun. Like,
It's
I'm
not
good.
fun.
I'm good.
I drank like 4 Sparks in a row, like back to back, and it was almost similar to smoking salvia.
You know
It
what's
was
fun?
I like those energy drink alcohol beverages.
Which ones?
They got 4 logos.
You remember the original Four Locos?
I don't
Baby.
know. It was probably I had there was these things called Sparks. Sparks was like
Similar.
energy drink and
Yeah.
like liquor mixed together.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
drank 4 of them, like boom, 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 and I was like sitting in the bathroom, like going, like leaning back and forth.
Yeah. I think when the vodka Red Bull craze started, whenever that was, like late 90s or whatever, when Red Bull became really prominent and bars started to carry it and you do vodka Red Bull became like a very popular drink, and they discovered like, oh fuck, like when you pair like an insane amount of caffeine with a pure liquor, like it's a different drunk, dude. It's a way different drunk.
Yeah, because getting drunk is it's a depressant, you know. So you feel somewhat down and relaxed. Well, some people don't. Some people get euphoric and
so
shit.
it's like the speedball.
Yeah,
of
almost
drinks.
like a speedball
Yeah.
of drinks. You know,
The
you get both the best of both worlds, kind
Those
of.
original Four Locos, dude. I lived in an apartment, and there was a challenge back in my day with the old school formula, and it was like Four Locos in an hour. Like you down 4 of them in an hour, and so the last thing I remember, like we put on the movie Tremors, which is a great film. Rest in peace,
With,
Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
With the earthworms. It's the
Yeah,
earthworms.
okay,
like
that's what I thought.
the mutant worms that come out of the ground and eat people. And Mr. Miyagi's in it too. Don't forget about that, dude.
Somebody saw Star Wars and was like, "Yo,
Mr. Miyagi's
I
in
want
it.
a movie strictly about the worms."
That's
and
also-
Return of Jedi.
Have you ever seen Tremors?
No, I can't remember.
Tori, have you seen Tremors? Dude, it's one of the rare movies where like the gun guy, oh Reba's in it too, Reba McEntire. Like it's one of the rare Hollywood movies where the gun guy actually fucking saves the day.
He's
'Cause
actually
in
hitting
most
a target.
In most movies, like the redneck or conservative gun guy like sucks ass.
Yeah.
But in Tremors, it's his character named Bert, and he has a shitload of guns in his basement. They live in this fucking small town in Nevada, and this tremor bursts through this fucking basement wall, and him and Reba McEntire just start taking Uzis and all this shit off the wall and just laying into this thing, and they fucking kill it. And then they start building pipe bombs. Like, they're like the heroes of the film in a way. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent there, but
No.
I'm just saying Tremors is badass, dude. Tremors is a badass
movie.
Oh, yeah. So I remember where I was. I'm watching Tremors. I'm doing the 4 Loco challenge with my buddy Tom. Dude, I black out after like 2.5 4 Locos, but still finish the fourth one, and then start like I'm definitely
Gonna
ill.
throw up.
I go to the bathroom and I'm throwing up black goo. Ugh. It's black goo, which I later WebMD'd, and it's like, that means your stomach's bleeding or some shit. I don't know. But how great, like, the 4 Locos are not black.
No.
They were like Kool-Aid colored.
I was gonna say, did you drink like grape flavored or?
No, I drank fucking like the red ones, dude. Like the cool, like whatever, like, and it was scary, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt when I drank those 4 Sparks. I was just in the bathroom, and I literally lived on 13th Ave, right? And I did this on like 7th Avenue in Indian School. So it was like however many blocks it is in between was like daunting. I was like, holy shit, there's no way. I'm just going to live here. I'm going to live in this fucking bathroom.
The journey?
Yeah, I literally passed out, and that was like the first time my mom was like, where the fuck were you? It's almost midnight and you're here.
Locos, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, Mom, I got sick. I fell asleep at my friend's house, and I got away. I got away with it.
The rumor I heard is like they had to change the formula because it killed too many college kids.
Oh, for sure.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah, I mean that's almost with anything. I mean, I've never seen a Spark again. Maybe Sparks was like maybe they turned it into 4 Locos. I don't know.
Sparks. I bet we could find some vintage ones.
Or some Mad Dog 2020.
Did you ever go through a 40 phase?
No. We did have, my buddy used to have this guy named Haas, R.I.P., Haas the Boss. He was like their family friend, and Ramon let him stay at his house, and he would always drink, like, he would stay in Ramon's, he would live in Ramon's living room, and then, like, would randomly leave throughout the day and come back with, like, a couple bags of chips, hot dogs, beer. Wasn't working. And we never really questioned it, until one day, like, I asked him, like, how the fuck do you do that? And he's like, oh, I just ask people for money in front of Circle K. He just stands there and
he just panhandles.
Yeah, he panhandles until he gets what he wants, and then he goes back to Ramon's house.
And his nickname was Haas the Boss?
Well, okay, his name was Haas, and I called him the Boss because he was a bitch. He was like a bossy.
It was an ironic name.
Yeah.
Like Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, he was just a little bossy,
yeah,
curly-haired, scrawny,
he would go
piece of shit.
panhandle for beer and chip money.
Yeah, and when he gets super faded, he was just another person. Like, when he wasn't drunk. See, we've talked about this.
Did you know this guy?
No, he never met him. See, we've talked about this, though. Like, there's certain people that, like, cannot drink, but for whatever reason, Gage, you can continue to drink. I don't know. You seem to, compared to all these people that I've encountered, you, my friend, I feel like you got a
superpower.
Superpower.
Let me tell you, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse.
Professor X is hitting you up. He's like, Gage, we need to do some cake stands at
probably X-Men.
At the university.
If I was an X-Men, my powers only come out when they give me a fucking bottle of tequila.
Yeah. Professor X has to hang around so he can control your mind so you don't fucking destroy everything.
He's too powerful.
He's so powerful. Who gave him the rum?
Those vintage alcohols are fun. Those days of like the early 2000s when you're getting into drinking and there's no smartphone yet and everything is just kind of a mystery of like, how am I gonna get here? How am I gonna get home? Mm-hmm. Like, those are the fucking good. Like, I just saw a meme and it's like, oh, the kids today don't know. Like, which every generation does. Which, by the way, I read an old Ernest Hemingway book because I'm super fucking smart and very into literature.
Edgar Allan Poe boy.
There's an old Hemingway book. I just read, it's called The Green Hills of Africa, and there's a part in it where it took me out of the book because it's a good book, but there's a part of it where the book was written in the 30s, and he's hunting in Africa for giant kudu or whatever, and he's like, this next generation of American kids are pussies. They don't know what hard work is. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, he's talking about the people who would go on to fight in World War II. Like, and he's calling them pussies, like before he knew, like the greatest generation or whatever. Like,
and can I, when you're saying that, and I'm thinking you're talking about like our generation. I'm like, yeah, dude, it was way harder. Like, can you imagine being lost in your neighborhood, not knowing how to get home because you can't find the exit of the neighborhood?
now you played enough.
Know?
You played enough Ocarina of Time to like learn how to fucking figure out where you were.
Yeah, dude, I've literally had to have like pulled over and like call somebody and be like, yo, I'm on fucking Pierce and First Street. Like, how the fuck?
We were in the last generation where in high school, if you got invited to a party, all you got was the address. And then you had to get on the family desktop. Like, do you remember the family computer?
I do remember.
In the living room, and it was so hard to watch porn on it because you were so like, dude, the kids these days don't know.
Lowrider girls.
The kids these days don't know. You'd have to fucking set like a bell trap or something to know if a parent was coming in, so you could exit out real quick. But you had to get on the family computer, go to MapQuest.
Clear the history.
If you didn't have a printer, you had to fucking handwrite all the directions.
Yeah.
And then you had to get out there and fucking find this party and like actually navigate your way there.
Yeah.
And like now it's like so fucking easy. And also, I think this next generation of kids are like being little bitches. This is my Ernest Hemingway coming out right now. Because like, tell me if I'm wrong, but do you not think it's too easy to see titties now?
Oh, I mean, dude, it was when me and dude, it was hard.
How much of our youth was like, I just want to see boobs, and you actually had to like, there was missions involved and side quests and shit, and you had to use like ingenuity and problem solving ability to like see a pair of titties.
Yeah, or like your mom would have like a Victoria's Secret magazine come to the house and be like, yoink.
Well, you started that sentence with your mom, and that freaked me out for a moment.
No. Like, you obviously can't afford or would have the means of getting a Victoria's Secret magazine mailed to your house, but your mom or maybe older family members that's living in your house back in that time would get those magazines sent to the house. Or, you know what else? Little Lane Bryant magazine. Shout out my big girls, dude.
Is that where you got the big girl fetish? From the plus size magazine. I'll get delivered.
Yeah, you go, you beat off to a couple fat big old titties. Yeah.
With no nipple. There's no nipples ever.
Oh, Skanks for the memories. Inside the CD, there was like a pair of tits inside the fucking CD fold.
I feel like we all remember like the tricks of the trade, right?
Oh, dude.
Like there was a street racing. I was really into cars when I was like 13, and there was like a street racing DVD set. And I asked my parents to order it for me, but what they didn't know that was like in between clips of street racing, there'd just be like a Girls Gone Wild style, like just quick little clips of like chicks flashing their tits. And when I was 13, I was like, yes, like this is so fucking great.
Yeah.
I also fucking almost got tetanus, dude, when I was a kid climbing into a dumpster because my buddy's dad threw out a box of old Playboys. And I fucking climbed in the dumpster to get after it. I fell in, and I fell on a rusty nail sticking out of a 2x4.
Ugh.
Have I ever told you this before?
No.
And I get out of the dumpster. I get the box of Playboys. There's a 2x4 hanging off of my back because there's like 3 inches of a rusty nail in my shoulder. I get
honey, he fell from the treehouse.
They fucking, my friends pull it out of me. They go stash it in like our bush like area, like we like in the when you're a little kid, you like explore through the bushes.
Yeah.
We had a little bush hideout.
Me and T-Bone, no, we had a couple little entrances.
You had a bush hideout.
Oh, dude,
dude, that's good. That's good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
And I went home and like I was riding my bike back, and I got hit by some Korean guy in a Toyota. I was talking to my friend.
Wait. So after you got this 2x4 in your back,
No, my friends remove it.
yeah,
I now have a hole in my back.
Yeah.
From a rusty nail.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to go home, but I delivered the goods. Like I got the box.
like
Then
a
I
true
have
squire.
I have to go home. I get on my bike. I'm like riding my bicycle back, and my friends are shouting something at me. and I'm yelling. I'm like not looking. I'm yelling back at him, and I'm going down the street, and next thing I know, I'm on the windshield. It's an apartment complex, so the guy wasn't going very fast, but I rode into him. And I fucking smash onto this windshield, and I look in, and it's just this Korean couple inside a Toyota or something, just going, oh, fuck. And then the guy called my mom and complained about how, like, my bicycle did damage to his car.
A motherfucker.
Which is so valid, too.
Yeah.
My mom told him to fuck off. Like, she was so mad. She's like, you hit my kid. And, like, the truth is, like, he was probably stopped.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking rode into his car. But I had to go to the doctor and get a tetanus shot.
Ooh.
At like
those are long. Those are real long needles.
Like 9 or 10 years older,
Yeah.
however, like, because of fucking rusty.
Let me
nails.
ask you something. Asian mom, not much empathy after getting them shots. Like she'll be like, "You deserved it.
Dude, my mom's.
Told you not to hang out with that Henry feller."
It's a little different, like Filipinos, Mexicans know, like when you're raised like a mom from like a third world country.
Yeah.
My mom's got like the tetanus shot scar and shit.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah. My
you know,
wife does too. My
Yeah.
wife has a fucking tetanus shot.
And it was
scar.
just like discipline was through the form of like just verbal or physical child abuse. It was just like how the Catholics roll, dude.
like the meme that I sent you. Like it was like this psychiatrist going, you shouldn't yell at your child. Instead of yelling, you should. And then it cuts to this black lady just going, "Shut the fuck up.
That's it.
Shut your fucking mouth up." Yeah. But hey, you know what I realized? Did we find boobs through cars? That's what it sounds like because you
In a way.
got this video knowing that there were going to be in-betweens of titties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There was an infomercial that ran.
me
But that was the end. Like it was like, hey,
Yeah,
Dad, can
that
you
was
order
your-
this? Like it's street racing, and he's like, yeah.
that was
You
like your
order-
hidden in plain sight. type
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Yeah, that was like Illuminati for titties. Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to fucking work it. You had to figure it
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Like you'd never
And now
show
it's-
your mom what you're watching. Like,
No.
Mom, if I move it, I'm gonna lose the spot that I'm at. I'm in this, special spot. I
I
don't
watch
want
it
you to-
alone in my room.
Yeah.
On the
But
PS2.
we used to. I don't know if you did this as a kid. And again, old school shit. Like if your parents go to the grocery store, me and my brother would go and go to the magazine section. Sure. Rip out a couple games.
Oh, you tear the pages out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some guy would
Papa's
genuinely,
memory was shot at
some guy
11.
would genuinely buy the magazine later because of the cover girl, and then flip to that page and be like, "Oh, what the?"
No, I would steal cheat codes, but then do you remember a Lowrider magazine?
Yeah,
I would steal pictures of
big booty
lowrider girls,
big booty Latino women.
and then my very, very first search on the internet for this particular type of woman that I was into
Was
was
your first as in you discovered how Google works?
yeah. Like in 8th grade we had a class where it was basically like teaching you how to search things in the internet.
Yeah.
Like very.
On the colored apple.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that with the
yeah.
different colored plexiglass fucking.
Now, you guys don't have to do full sentences. It can just be words. The internet is very smart. It's going to
Use
find what you
keywords.
need. And it's true. I looked up lowrider girls, and it brought me to this magical place. Almost probably better than Disneyland. It was 8th Street Latinas. 8th
I'm not familiar.
8th Street Latinas.
It's better than 7th Street. It's
Dude, they had 7th Street too.
Yep.
It was like 1 through 8th Street was all Latinas. And it was like Bang Bros before Bang Bros was a thing.
oh, like hardcore, like actual.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. Like they would do the whole like
Full anatomy.
it would be the whole similar shit where they go and like pick up a
Vagine?
random girl in Miami. And be
Oh
like,
yeah.
Hey, you need to ride home.
It was the
and
original
this-
Bang Bros.
Yeah,
yeah.
original Bang Bros.
But they're in a lowrider instead of a van.
No, it has nothing to do with lowriders at all. It was just Latino women.
They're like that fits.
Yeah,
We'll
and
add
it was a myriad of Latinas. You had thick ones. You had Hondurans. You had fucking Cubans.
those
you had,
little, really native-looking ones.
You had little tiny Incas. yeah. I had a couple favorites, and thank God for the internet now because they're still there. It's
They're
like
yeah, you can go back and
yeah,
look.
you can just go back and do a little reminisce jerk.
I remember
You ever
my
do a little
first.
reminisce jerk?
I did not that long ago, dude. Like I remember one of the first like hardcore magazines I got a hold of as like a young boy going through puberty, and it was an old Penthouse, and the model was like Chantel Fontaine was her name, and like it's buried into my memory. Like I remember her name, and I Googled it not that long ago. I was like, I wonder like where are they now? Like a where are they now segment of like chicks I used to jerk off to 15, 20 years ago.
Cures your erectile dysfunction.
20 years ago. Holy shit.
It's a long time. Yeah, this was back in like 2006 when
There's nothing on her. It was just brought up that old Penthouse, and it was very nostalgic.
Yeah,
in a weird way.
Do you feel like it was the same as you remembered it when you looked at it? Like, oh, those tits.
I remember the pictures. It's ingrained.
They're
It's
like
ingrained.
you look at her and you're like, oh, those are some safe tits.
Yeah, because that was
Those
the
are
first
safe
like
titties.
that was the very like as far as like the like nothing held back the full female form.
Yeah, you got the bush.
And you got
We're
the
talking
fucking spread eagle like
Wait, it wasn't Playboy.
No, it was Penthouse.
Penthouse. That's
Yeah, the
right. Which
whole
is
shebang.
what's his name? He did
Larry Flint.
Okay, Larry Flint. Another thing that our adolescent tug histories coincide was Larry Flint also made this magazine named Cherry.
Okay.
You don't know about Cherry? T-Bone knows about Cherry.
T-Bone remembers Cherry.
Cherry was so okay. All right. Let me do the graph here real quick for you guys. In terms of like how revealing each magazine was. You know, you had Playboy, very beautiful, very thoughtful photos, almost like a theme kind of, you know.
Yep.
They had China, obviously they're putting her in a wrestling outfit. They got her
I wasn't a big China
giant
fan.
clit
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And then you had Penthouse, right? Penthouse, get full bush. Maybe you get some scissoring. You get more erotic poses.
Yeah. More
Then
crass.
there's Cherry.
And
Cherry is like we're doing. This is like we don't even know what's going on
just
at this
gaping
point.
buttholes and
Gaping buttholes, ass to mouth.
where like as a young man you're kind of horrified.
All right, put it in her ass gently, but not all the way, you know? And then they have like, I'm sure this was like in LA, so they have like, you got to have like a 2 15-minute breaks throughout the day.
Yeah.
That sucks. The dude has the boner. He's just like,
Put a robe on, go out to the
Yeah,
food truck and get
yeah.
tacos.
he has a seagull land on his boner.
Seagulls. Yeah, that's what a talent too.
Don't worry, that's Raul. He flies around when he smells sex going around, okay?
Dude, God bless male sex workers. Like it's not my preference that the big old cocks, but as the older you get, the more like sexual experience you have, the more you're like, dude, fucking good for you, bro.
Yeah,
That, like,
seriously.
you get those guys that are like, I could have a boner like that, and I could hold it in until it's time, until the director yells fucking come time or whatever a director yells. From
While
the
you
side,
were
but-
talking, I was like having a flashback of A Street Latina titties and Bush in my brain. But yeah, I mean, it's. I forgot what you were saying, to be honest.
You're getting too far sucked into the nostalgia, dude.
Yeah,
You're gonna go
dude,
home
this-
and Google later.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be googling.
Street Latinas.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be fucking crisscross applesauce on the trampoline, beating my dick.
With one of your kids' iPads.
Yeah, yeah. Should we? Is this appropriate time to maybe we do a little shot?
Yeah, let's do a shot and a pee break.
Yeah.
What are we at time wise?
We're at 36 minutes.
Oh, perfect. All right,
Perfect.
yeah. Let's
We'll take a little break.
little
and
pee,
then,
little pee in shot,
shot?
break. Yes. How was your week? I was with you your whole week in comedy.
You were with me my entire week. I'm like my comedy chaperone.
Well, Tuesday we went out and we both been in the doghouse, dude. So
Yeah, we've been in the
go.
doghouse, and you know what? I was a little bit of a grumpy dog on Tuesday. I was a grumpy little dog. You had
Yeah.
we won't name any names, but we had
A comic heckler.
homeless gentleman at Bullshooters. Immediately as I walk in, I have my beer. He's giving me. I can't. You said he was joking, right, about drinking and driving.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got a little hot. You got a
yeah.
little hot.
I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is your problem? You good? You good?" And then fucking Bobby, the dude who actually got me signed up on Wayward the very first time. He's sober now, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, that dude's been tripping all night." I was like, "Okay, thank you."
He said, "Guys, he's chill. I don't."
Yeah, he's good.
He,
I
he
think-
didn't. It wasn't malicious.
When he got on stage too, he was like,
He's in a mood too, dude.
he was in a mood too.
was
He's
in a
like,
mood,
"Fuck
too.
all you
It's-
guys."
It's
And
two guys in a mood that interacted.
yeah, and he was like hating everybody when everybody actually. I fuck with this gentleman. It's not like I don't.
Yeah.
Like, he is genuinely funny, and then Aguia's too. Man, I don't do well with I can do okay with somebody who's not a comic.
Yeah.
That's heckling.
Well, I don't know if you call
maybe
that person a
maybe
comic.
maybe 60% of the time.
Yeah.
Probably less than that.
But a comic like a comic who grinds wouldn't do that.
No, he's heckling, and I don't know. I don't know if I tore him up, but I was definitely upset. I was
You're
like,
pretty heated.
I was pretty mad. I was
Yeah.
like, I called him. What did I say? I said he looked like he's Mexican. He looks Samoan. He looks like the raft that takes Cubans to Florida. It's actually a joke that I have for you where he has, I go, this guy's so fat, the gonorrhea on his back stopped moving. Remember that joke? The roast joke?
That's for me.
Yeah, I did. I did it at a roast once for you.
It's really fucking hurtful, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I had a good fat joke lined up, and it was because of you. It was in thanks to you. Yeah.
Those birthday roasts are kind of. I'm getting over those a little bit, dude, because it's the same group of people every time. It's like, how many times do I have to write a roast
It's
about the
so-
fucking Maxwell Anthony Parisi?
It's so fresh, and
And
you
Mel-
know,
and
Max,
Melody. How many different ways can I call Melody a whore? like,
I'll give myself a pat on the back and same to you. It's not been the same shit over and over, and it's
we
been
we mix it
creative.
up.
We
Yeah,
mix it up. It's creative.
the best we can.
Some guys, and I'm looking to you guys out there, if this ever comes out, you got some work to do. We all got some work to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely try to sit down and come up with creative shit. It's not just like
The last one, I was like, because this last one would be, I think, our fourth time with mostly the same people.
yeah.
And I was just trying to have fun with it. That's why I
Yeah.
did the comedy police thing.
Comedy police
yeah,
thing was perfect.
read out everyone's crimes, just because I was just like, how many
Over
times
it.
can I? Like I said,
Yeah.
it's always me, you, Mel, Max, Joey. It's just same people.
I think I went light, but I think it was 10 minutes. I
You
did.
shine at those things, dude.
I do really well. With
You
the
shine
roast
at. I
because-
don't feel like I'm not a roaster, and that's why I'm starting to dip into characters and shit on them because I'm like, how can I make this fun?
Yeah.
Because I'm not that's not my fucking thing. But you bring it, dude.
I
You
do bring it. I try to at least. I think it's. I don't know. I've gotten some compliments, so I think I'm on the right track in terms of the roast. But if I
Yeah.
can just have good jokes too, or turn those roasts into somehow
You could
stand-up
totally
shit.
incorporate that into your bits.
Yeah, I've written down ways that I can probably try to get into that.
It's like anytime you're telling a story, I think we talked about anytime you're telling a story and there's a character that you don't want the audience to have a good interpretation of, like a protagonist type character or antagonist rather. You could fucking kind of let your roasting go with that,
Yeah,
So you
like
paint
a
you
roast.
you paint a picture of this
Yeah.
person through roast.
Yeah, through a roast. Yeah, it's fucking. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's. I mean, just stand up and doing the stand up. I don't know. The roasts just come easy for me.
Yeah.
And I feel secure because I don't have to. Well, you should remember all of it, but who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? I'm not on the big roast battle scene, which apparently is coming to Phoenix. The roast
you'd have a
battles.
lot of fun
in
doing that. They just do it.
Austin and L.A.
The Brian Moses,
Brian
like
Moses.
official roast battles. Yeah.
It's coming to Phoenix. So
You should absolutely try and get. They've come to Phoenix a few times.
he said, whoever I talked to was like, he'll try to put in a word for me, but I don't have enough pool. Like people don't
Yeah.
really know who I am at
Yeah.
all. And
I also think like enough people have seen you roast at this point in Phoenix that like you could get some pull for that. Like people know you bring it when you roast.
I have jokes ready.
Yeah, that should be enough.
I got jokes ready.
Who was
That's
I?
for
I was
sure.
talking to somebody. I was talking to a couple people the other night, and like I was telling them, like, dude, Derek is gnarly. Like he reminds me like and correct me if I'm wrong because this isn't confirmed, but I'm like I saw this old interview with, if you guys are into hip hop, do you remember KRS-One?
Oh yeah.
I saw an old interview with KRS-One where he's like, anytime a motherfucker's in the top 10 of the billboards, I write 3 diss tracks for him. And they're just waiting.
Yeah,
They're just
dude.
waiting. I just have them on deck. Like, I'm having them wait. As the shit pops off, you got 3 coming at you. And I was like, that's Derek, dude. Like, Derek is ready to roll against any of us.
I
Like,
do. I used 2 out of the 8 pages of roast that I had, and the other 6 pages I had left of roast. Like it's pretty applicable to like most archetype of people. Like I got white girl, I got fat white dude, I got a neo-Nazi
yeah.
playlist.
That's good with, like, what we were just talking about. Like, if you ever have to deal with a heckler.
Yeah.
Like if someone who's heckling you, especially at a club, it would be so fucking great, who falls into that category, and like general hecklers, like, yeah, the fucking loud white lady, and like the drunk guy, and the drunk white guy, or whatever, drunk Latino guy. Like if you have shit ready for all that, like all those different categories of people, you could fucking let it rip, and like they would, like the audience would go wild.
Yeah, it's just being able to do that when you're supposed to do that, Like everything's fine and dandy, and you can say that now until you get on stage and it happens. It's such a different fucking thing because I fucking forget things.
Yeah.
I forget things and I fucking abandon ship.
Your roast or your material?
Both.
Both.
It turns into more like malice, hateful, like
Just
mean
fuck
shit.
you.
I was like, fuck you, you fucking fat jungle frog.
He was like,
And the funny thing is that dude, he was like, actually, I really like that jungle frog joke. I was like,
He went in to take a piss and looked in the mirror and was like, fuck.
I mean, shout out to that dude. He came and apologized to me, but I was a grumpy little dog because he was like, yo, my bad. I was trying to save you. Don't fucking save me. Don't save me. Let me fucking eat shit.
Just let it happen.
Let
dude.
me eat
Yeah.
shit.
He
I don't
don't-
need
he's
your
like-
saving.
yeah.
I don't need the life raft.
He
Fucking keep it to yourself. Let me fucking bomb, dude.
in his defense, like obviously he doesn't understand yet the etiquette of like stand up, but like I could tell like after like when he did come up and apologize and shit, and like even during it, like you could tell that like in a weird way he's not lying. Like
No.
he wasn't like trying to be malicious, like fuck Derek. He
No.
literally was trying to like
Help me out.
create an interaction,
Yeah.
and like that's just this like the wrong way to look at it. Like just
Yeah.
let the other guys eat shit.
Yeah, because
You
that's
know?
the best way to get better.
Yeah,
Because then you don't want that to happen again.
yeah.
And then you try a little bit harder the next time to have
Yeah.
some shit ready.
So Tuesday was a turd.
A little bit of a doozy.
And
then
like I
did,
said,
falling apart.
we're both fucking dead sober Tuesday. Like that.
We were, yeah.
You know how boring an open mic is? Dead sober, dude. Dead sober, waiting around at these dive bars.
Because
Like,
people can tell that we're just uninterested.
yeah, I saw Cole. I saw Cole Thursday, and he was like, "Yes, I noticed as soon as you and Derek were done, you guys took off. Like you usually hang out." And Cole's fucking the greatest. And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like we're both dead sober. Like we both are in the doghouse with our wives from like from the weekend or whatever."
Yeah.
And so like we both were like, "Let's do tonight sober." And then as soon as we were done at Aguila's, we're like, "Let's go home."
Yeah,
Which usually it's like, let's go to Waffle House.
Yeah, let's wrestle.
Let's eat 3 sandwiches and wrestle.
Yeah, let's wrestle in the
It's
parking
just
lot.
like, let's go home.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to cuddle.
I was trying to make it good. I was trying to like make it sound good. I'm like, dude, we're we're closing the gap of like being out of the doghouse, you know, coming home early at like, you know, 11:45, you know, like.
It was like, oh, you hit a lot of mics. You're
Oh, you're not a present father. I'm like, dude, like, if you can picture the times that I'm with my children versus what you think I'm not,
Yeah.
it's very skewed.
That's one thing I realized. Like, I realized a long time ago, but like, it doesn't matter because people only see you when you're out at mics, when I'm at Devils having drinks, or but they're not there. Like, I work remote. I'm with my daughter all day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like I don't even care.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah.
it's not like if it was like before, like pre-COVID, where like I'm going to the office and then I'm going straight to mics, which was a lot of my life for my wife too, was
Oh yeah.
not seeing me during the week. I get home, she's sleeping. I wake up in the morning to leave to work. We're leaving at the same time and shit. It was a lot of that for Monday through Friday, and then we get our Saturday, Sunday together. Now it's like even better because we both work remote now,
Here.
and it's
Eat
like I
lunch
get
together.
to hang out with my wife and my daughter all day, and then it was 6 p.m. hits. I'm like, all right, I'm going out to do mics.
Get
Like,
out of here.
yeah.
Jamming.
Get in here
Poppy needs his legs and
before I
jokes.
fucking who's that WWE Chris Benoit, you guys. We're gonna work. Let's go work out.
Yeah, dude. I'm on a Terry Bradshaw and clothesline from hell my wife when I get home, dude. Which is a nice way of saying I'm going to throw her down in the dirty pile of clothes and then fuck her in the garage. I've been told that I need to stop doing the shock thing. But I've noticed that I do the shock. I don't know. That's how my brain works, dude. It's
Yeah.
always dumb, silly.
Yeah, we're a couple of dummies, dude.
Couple dumb, silly kids. But and then I did Falling Apart, and that was, you know, whatever, and it was fun.
Wednesday was fun.
It was cool. Another good. Didn't do anything. Got home at a reasonable hour. How was your week of comedy?
Monday I went to Devils, got too drunk. And that's the Devil's way.
Yeah.
Devil's Advocate in Tempe is in a very evil, as the name implies, it's a very evil place.
Evil.
It's an evil place. Very bad for my sobriety, which I'm not sober. If I was trying to get sober, I'd stop going to Devils. I would stop going to Devils. But it was fun. And then Tuesday I was with you, Shooters, Aguilas, so. New bits working. That's fun. Wednesday I went to Desert Ridge Improv to watch Sarah do New Faces, and Denny got up, and that was fun. Sarah fucking killed and had a great set. So that was
Yeah,
a lot.
I heard.
That was
she
a lot of fun.
nervous. We were chit-chatting before.
She was nervous, but she's going through one of those things like she's so booked lately that she's so primed up for it that it worked out perfectly. Where she was just on top of it, and very structured and very like just flowing really well. So it was fun to watch because like
Yeah.
the three people who went up before her kind of all ate shit.
Really?
Yeah, like Rob is hosting and Rob maybe had to kind of abandon his set a bit to deal with a heckler that was in the crowd, which is his bread and butter anyways. But he fucks with this guy. Next comic comes on, and she's trying to do her thing. The guy's still chirping. So then security comes out and removes him, and the whole crowd like it was entertaining. And then, but none of the people after Rob, who's hosting, did that great. And then Sarah went on and fucking crushed, and it was very fun to see that.
Yeah. Woodshed hosting Woodshed, getting up as much as she has. She's really fucking. She's putting the work to fucking
Yeah,
get
fuck.
there.
It's been
Fucking nice to see.
it's been cool to see. And then I got out of there and went to Gracie's to watch Falling Out and
Falling apart. Yeah.
Falling Apart. And that was fun too.
It was cool.
The sketch was fun.
If I was to say how well I did out of all the three of the falling parts, that was the worst one for me. I did the worst.
For you?
Yeah.
You just weren't feeling it or what?
I should have just riffed harder. Like I sticking to the script just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for me. You know what I could have done that kind of haunts me, and I know I probably could have pulled off was, you know, I didn't remember my lines. I could have just yelled, "What are my lines?" You know, but how I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
In a
mean?
very Derek fashion.
Yeah, very Derek fashion. Like, what are my fucking lines? But see, I don't know if they're gonna tell me what my lines are and if they're gonna panic, because that's literally what
got
happened.
there.
I stood in front of a crowd, which is probably a good thing for comedy, in like dead silence for
Yeah.
like 5 to 7 seconds. You know, just I honestly I forgot my lines. I just stood there,
And there's no cue cards.
I
It's not.
just
It's
stood
not
there,
SNL.
I was just like this. And I got some laughs, you know, because it was fucking awkward and shit. But
I got there too. I was really looking forward to seeing Jay and Seth in their underwear.
yeah, you missed that.
I missed that.
You missed that. I don't know. I didn't really watch what that was all about. They were
That
like
show's a lot of fun
Cupids.
though.
It is a lot of fun. Got to come up with the skit. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking for my skit? Like I was just thinking, we could do the drink testing or tasting or whatever. But I was thinking like I guess people's like I'm like a mentalist, you know, like those mentalists where
Yeah.
they like have you seen those? I don't know how much you're into football, but they had some mentalist for a football team, an NFL football team, and he would like guess these crazy random facts about people or like certain scores, just really anything that that they would ask him. But I would be just obviously like trying to like be mean to people, basically. I don't know.
Just be super insulting about it.
Yeah, just be very
Yeah.
insulting and but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what
Proposed it, dude.
I guess you just got to pitch it to him. I don't know.
And I was like, I got a good one for Chris. We get the audience drunk as shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I fucked that one up. Get people drunk. I don't know.
Bring out a wheel and you spin the wheel and then everyone gets drunk. You got anything coming up?
I have March 15th. I have some sort of bar show with Gimmick Entertainment.
Nice.
Got that.
Nice.
That, and you know how I got that one? I straight up was Aeolian Ladies at Spinelli's.
I was there.
It's rare that I get like kind of tanked. But
Aeolian.
I was kind of tanked. I had 10 beers. 10
Yeah.
beers is my
10 beers is a good amount of beers.
yeah. It takes quite a bit of beers.
Did
to,
you
like,
switch over to? You're switching over to Lagunitas at the end of the night, all right? When I was with you,
Yeah, end of the night I was having Lagunitas.
Oh,
And
I get you,
shit.
dude. 10 Lagunitas will fuck you up.
Showed my titties riffing. I don't know if it was good.
No, it was great.
It was good.
It was
okay.
great. It was the
All
best set of the night. You fucking crushed that set.
right. Yeah.
You crushed that set. I'm pretty excited actually. On Tuesday, I'm doing the Wrong Answers Only at House of Comedy with
I want to
with Cole and
one,
Christian.
dude.
And it's
That
just-
seems fun, dude.
What the gist I've gotten is that it's a trivia like Jeopardy kind of game show, but like you just
exactly how I pictured
you
it.
just give like the funniest answer.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't have to be right.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I think I could manage that. So
think of
I'll
one.
be going for it.
What's like a question that you would ask that would be like, how many quarts are in a gallon?
69. No, that's hack.
Hey, that's perfect. No.
Hacky Gauge is coming out.
69.
I got my cousin coming back into town this week. You remember Mikey?
Do you remember Mikey?
Yes, he's gonna be hitting some mics with me. He's been going up in back in old California, so he'll be out here. We'll be tearing it up, going out singing some karaoke, acting a fool.
He's living in Cali now?
Yeah, he's in Cali.
No more New York?
He might go back, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a man of mystery. He really is, dude.
I respect that. I respect a man of mystery. I had this French friend that I met in high school, and we were friends for like 12 years, and then he just left. He went back to France.
Yeah.
And then
You never
he
got
told,
a
He
postcard
told me
or no-
randomly on Instagram that he was downloading like a certain type of messaging app that was like, encrypting your messages.
WhatsApp?
And shit. It was different than WhatsApp. It was like postal or some sort of encryption messaging service.
Like a drug dealer one.
Like a drug dealer
Yeah,
one, kind
okay,
of. But
cool.
he only did it simply out of paranoia.
So you became friends with a French coke dealer.
He wasn't a coke dealer. He was just an angry French guy. He was an angry man. He was a loose cannon. And if you smoked weed with him, he'd kind of like simmer down.
La Resistance.
Yeah, he was very, very. You know Zig.
Zig. Oh shit.
Ziggy. Zigfred.
Zig is very
Zigfred Cordelier.
La Resistance.
Yeah, and he was my
yeah.
mechanic too. So it was like a double whammy when he left. Because he would he literally took care of me.
He was like, "This is not a Fiat."
He's like, listen, they're fucking you. They're literally fucking you. You do not need to change your shocks. They're perfectly fine. I mean, eventually you have to change it, but not now. You're a fucking idiot, Derek. I fucking tell you, come to me. I check them.
I'm going to the runaway to
I
France.
check them for free. Do nothing. We drink. We have fun. And then you go on your way. And you know what's going on.
I feel bad. I can't do accents.
I can't either. That was more like, I don't know what that was.
Peruvian.
Peruvian, for sure. Peruvian, Honduran.
That's racist, dude. They're different.
Um,
I don't know the fucking difference.
listen, I love everybody, and if I shit on you, that just means I love you. Okay? And nobody's gonna watch this. If somebody comes up to me and be like, I watch your podcast and you're being mean to
Somebody
Hungarian
cum
people,
dumps to you?
I'd be like, come here. Come on in. Come on, bring it in. You're family now. We validate opinions, and we respect your feelings. Come on in. Bring it in. Don't be shy. Just come on in and give me a hug. I just want to talk to you. I want to know why you're upset, why you're so fixated on Honduran people. Have you ever had a pupusa? Never had pupusa with the coleslaw on it? A little bit of that red salsa that they drizzle on it?
Oh, good papusa.
Dude, there's a little fucking papusi place down the street from my house, and they got honestly, if they were to turn that place into a strip club, man, they'd have top tier talent already built in.
Titties and pupusas?
Yeah, dude, they're like
That's
some
the
of
name. That's the name of the
some
place,
of the
too.
hottest Salvadorian.
Sex slaves? that are just fucking- I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
They make the pupusas and they come out. They have to dance.
Dude, yeah. And you know what? This lady's so nice and sweet too. So it's just like, who are you?
Yeah, we're going to go get some pupusas. Are we doing a UFC pod this coming week? T-Bone, can you make it Saturday?
This Saturday or following Saturday?
Not tomorrow, the next Saturday. Yeah, we're doing it. Can you see if you can get off the chain?
So I gotta do my volunteering shit Saturday.
Yeah,
I gotta be on
that's Din Din.
I gotta be on the good boys list from as soon as I get home
I'll help you.
to Saturday.
I'm on the good boy list right now too. I got it. Yeah.
Honestly,
Guys.
I can't do it. I can't do it in the high biz verse. Honestly, I'm a grum dog. I'm a little grum dog, dude. I get grumpy sometimes, and I got a little bit of attitude.
You
and
lash a bit.
I do lash a bit.
The dog bites.
The dog bites a little bit. I reel it in, and this could have been a worse night. I could not have been here right now.
Are we at on time?
About an hour.
We're at
Over an hour.
a little over an hour. Are we good? Are we good in this epi? Be on your best behavior so you come out Saturday, dude.
I'm gonna be on my best behavior. It's a big at my house.
Arizona's
yes,
own.
It is.
Arizona's own Sean O'Malley, and then the co-main event, Derek versus wife. So best behavior this week.
Best behavior.
Let's get together Saturday.
Yeah. Get Saturday.
We're doing it.